Hi, my name is Tammy Hine, and I'm the owner of Tammy's Training Canine Services. Welcome to our podcast, where we provide you with dog training tips for busy families. Today's episode is a quick introduction to who we are and our vision for this podcast channel. Let's get started. So who am I? I am a dog trainer and a mother. I've been training dogs for over 15 years. Most of those years I was training for another successful dog training company. I took a break from my career to have a family in 2012. 3 dogs and 2 kids later, we found ourselves dealing with baby insomnia, toddler tantrums, and a house in dire need of a match. Let me tell you, I am a hot mess on a good day, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. We know that you don't have a lot of time to learn new skills, and what little time you do have, you need to take care of yourself. This is why we decided to teach using podcasts. You don't need to stop whatever you're doing to consume this information, making it easier to learn new skills while changing diapers or doing the dishes. We will teach you how to communicate with your dog more effectively while keeping training time down to a few minutes a day. Our podcasts are part of a 3-tier educational system. The first tier is a newsletter sent directly to your inbox. This newsletter helps you keep up to date with everything we are up to, but mostly it provides you with some quick training tips that are hopefully going to help you tackle any training issues you may have. The second tier is the podcast. The podcast is done ahead of time, so when you get the newsletter, a special link for you to listen to the podcast early will be provided. A few days after the newsletter has been sent out, the podcast will be posted for the public on our website and on Anchor for wide distribution. This means that you should be able to access it on your favorite podcast player. However, if you are not able to, it will still be on our website. Third tier of our educational system is a blog, which will be written by our team member, Kayla Tardival. The article will be posted on our website roughly a week after the podcast goes public. This blog is the final step. It is going to have the most detail provided for you. This ensures that you aren't left with questions or issues with the training information we provide you. You can check back to the article on our blog at your convenience. Leave comments and questions directly on the article where we can answer them for you. Still have training issues? Not a problem. Our trainers are available via email at admin@tammystraining.com. We hope you find this podcast helpful for you and your family. What enticed me to create this for you? Thinking back on when my kids were small, my oldest is 9 now, but when she was a year old, I decided it was a good idea to foster puppies. These puppies were pretty small since they were only 6 weeks old. They were surrendered early, so I was fostering 3 of them at once. The dog trainer brain figured this would be simple. After all, I train dogs for a living, right? Well, the mom brain was ready to smack the dog trainer brain with a stick. I remember so many times I needed to do something for a puppy, but I couldn't because we were on toddler time. Or I couldn't do something for the toddler because we were on puppy time. Yes, it turns out they are interchangeable. Who knew? One time that sticks out in my mind was when one of the puppies went missing in my fenced-in backyard. My daughter was exceptionally cranky that day, so I left the puppies outside in our fenced-in yard to put her down for a nap. When I came back, not even 5 minutes later, one of the puppies was gone. I had no idea where she was. I looked high and low. I searched along the fence line, down the alleyway, in case she squeezed under the fence somehow. Everywhere. Now, exhaustion played a huge role in my decision-making back then. Looking back, the dog trainer brain, the one that I wanted to smack with a stick, shook its head at me because I shouldn't have left them there on their own, not even for 5 minutes. I went into panic mode. I called my mother-in-law, and she came to help me. I walked everywhere thinking they got out of the yard somehow. We took turns walking around town so one of us could stay with my daughter. Long story short, 45 minutes go by, and just as my daughter starts to wake up from her nap, this little puppy comes crawling out from under our deck. You can bet my jaw hit the floor and my mother-in-law burst out laughing. Thinking back on it, we find it funny now, but it was stressful in the moment. It's stories like this that entice me to provide something for busy parents who sometimes feel like they are stuck between a rock and a hard place when it comes to raising a family and raising a puppy together. Sure, they go together well in our head, but in reality, it can be a hot mess. So with this podcast, we want to be there for you so your hot mess situation can be a little more bearable. Just remember, at the end of the day, if your crew is fed, happy, and content, you are doing an amazing job. Even if your house is a complete disaster, ignore it. Pour yourself that glass of wine, go read a book in a warm, scented bubble bath, and refill your personal cup. Tomorrow will be a better day. Enjoy our podcast. If you are listening to this on a platform that allows you to like and subscribe, please do so. It'll help us get more subscribers. If not, share our podcast with someone whom you feel would benefit. In our next episode, we will discuss clicker training and how clicker training can help you reduce physical time spent training, how you can help your kids get active in training even as young as 2 years old. We can teach you how to make training the dog a family activity. Until then, don't forget to do something today to refill your cup and reduce stress in your day-to-day life.